This is Luke Paulson, the Catholic Conservative, and welcome to the news of the week for May 11th, 2024. And if you enjoy these videos, do not forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more. The audio will not be released. We all know that the fake news lied about Brandon's under oath interview concerning his classified documents.
What month did Bo die? Oh my God, May 30th. And then someone else in the room with the president says 2015, and President Biden says it was 2015.
Hur never even brought up Joe Biden's son. He did that himself. Hur even admitted that the documents were taken while Joe Biden was a civilian, and not when he had any security clearance whatsoever. House Republicans are trying to get their hands on the audio, but the Attorney General is dragging his feet. There is so much inflection that has changed with the audio recording. For example, when it comes to Brandon, we can hear his slurring. I could take that audio and put it alongside the reporting done by the fake news. I should not enjoy mocking liberals as much as I do. However, there is one family that does not just need to be mocked. Alex Soros is worse. Alex Soros is the son of the abominable George Soros. Now, George Soros, like Bernie Sanders, is a loathsome wretch of an individual absent of any and all redeeming qualities. However, it seems that George Soros is stepping down so that his brand of manipulating the American political system will not be associated with someone who looks like Emperor Palpatine. His son Alex will be taking over. Young Soros even claims that he is more extreme than his father. That honestly makes me think of King Rehoboam when he chose to raise taxes in 1 Kings 12. What changes can we expect from this kid? Now let us go back to his father. Soros funded them. When George Soros was first called out for his connection to attorneys favorable to Black Crimes Matter, we were called conspiracy theorists. Now we know that he was financing the races for district attorneys. It takes a long time to overturn a law or regulation. But if you can have a corrupt DA that just refuses to enforce a law like rioting, you have saved millions of dollars and gotten the result a lot faster. Now we know that there were a lot of outside agitators and not just students or faculty. Is it really that implausible that there was someone who was paying these people to protest? While the pictures do not show matching tents. It is clear that this was very organized. The occupiers even had wristbands so that they could let people in despite their masks. I cannot prove that it was Soros, but my instincts say that it was. However, this occupation/riot made it all the easier for an anti-Semitism bill that just exists to control speech to be passed. Speaking of Jews that you are not allowed to criticize, Antisemitism Bill. The new bill that as of this recording is still going through Congress gives them even broader power over free speech. There are a lot of things in the bill that essentially boil down to not hatred of Jews, but disagreeing with a Jew.
I mean, I think that every Jew throughout world history who has a brain and knows history has always wondered if a country that is not a Jewish state is going to eternally provide them security guarantees and full citizenship, of course. I mean, that's I think to think that that's why the existence of the state of Israel is the single greatest guarantor of my loyalty to the United States, frankly. Right? Because Israel exists, that means the United States is going to be a more welcoming place for me, because Israel is there as a backstop in case anything should go wrong.
That one didn't age quite so well.
Naturally, scum like Ben Shapiro love the bill even if it also undermines their argument. This bill exists for one purpose and one purpose only, so that Brandon does not have to directly comment on the occupation/riot on campuses like Columbia University. Recall that I mentioned that Soros is probably controlling all of this? The fact that all of this conveniently works together is no coincidence in my book. When asked why Brandon had not publicly condemned anything that was going on, Korean affirmative action hire could only defend her boss by using this bill. Therefore, I believe that it is all connected. However, it may also have an unintended side effect that is beneficial to Big Con. Owens Shapiro debate. Candace Owens was going to have a debate about Israel and the definition of anti-Semitism, but the debate has been called off. According to a reliable source, the debate has been called off due to Owens making disparaging remarks that violate the non-disparagement clause of her contract. This includes liking tweets, apparently. Either way, this debate probably will not happen. Now with this new anti-Semitism bill, the debate might not ever happen because of the wording of the new bill. But you might be saying to me, Luke, that is taking it a bit far and that would never happen. The corruption that we know about pales in comparison to the corruption that we do not know about. This law will be used to stifle communication and free speech under the guise of political correctness. Speaking of people who want to be politically correct at the expense of truth, am I being fair to Johnson? Have I called Speaker Johnson a traitor?
Yes.
Is this a fair description?
Yes.
Is he the absolute worst person for the job?
No.
A vote for a new Speaker of the House may result in a Democrat. With the tactics of the Democrats that I am not allowed to talk about, a vote for a new Speaker of the House may result in a Democrat. A vote for a new Speaker of the House may result in a Democrat. My mom says to trust the snake you know over the snake that you do not know. Again, Speaker Johnson is a traitor to America, having given money to Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan. He is also a traitor to the kingdom, having pushed that bill despite money for abortion being inside. He may be scum, but he is a heck of a lot better than the alternative. Should he be removed?
Yes. No.
I will let you decide. In the meantime, let us see what the misotheists are up to. James Webb observations. The James Webb telescope is finding galaxies that do not look like how they should. In a sense, the galaxies are developing far too quickly. We know that the galaxies were likely formed on day 4 when God made the sun, moon, and stars. Then God stretched out the heavens, which explains why everything is moving away from the Earth, as opposed to even just one body moving toward the Earth. Back to the telescope. Misotheists are trying to find rescue devices to save their flawed hypothesis. Just like what they had to do with the soft tissue that Mary Schweitzer found, or the live coelacanths that are found even though they went extinct millions of years prior. If you have to keep updating your hypothesis every few years, you might need to get a new hypothesis. Private schools are better. A new report from the Federalist claims that students from private schools are better equipped for the day-to-day events of the world. Public schools today are ripe with Marxist indoctrination, and it makes me sick. We even have teachers admitting on camera that they are trying to create revolutionaries, and other schools that will not hire based on political or religious stance. Now, I am sure that there are a lot of good teachers out there, especially in pockets of freedom like where I live. However, the system as a whole is broken. Actually, no, the system is not broken because it is doing exactly what it was designed to do. I still believe that we can fix it peacefully. Even if we fail, I read the last chapter. The government loses and the king wins. However, the forces of darkness have not given up yet. Arizona drag show. There are a lot of things that you can do for children at the Capitol. You can teach them about how laws are passed. You can have them meet the governor. You can have them tour the building and see where legislation is passed. But Democrats have decided that the best thing to do was to host a drag queen story hour. I'm not sure how this helps, but what do I know? Either way, the Speaker of the House claims that the Democrats that set this up lied to him about what it was for. Now they are forbidden from using the conference rooms. The question is not why drag shows are important. The question is why these people desperately want to perform for children. It goes back to the same battle that we have been fighting since Eden. Sadly, a new name. The Boy Scouts of America, after years of political correctness of letting girls into the troop, and gay scout leaders and having to deal with the lawsuits as a result, have finally decided that their name is not inclusive enough. Now, the CEO of any organization has many jobs. In the case of the Boy Scouts, he has the job of getting more boys to join. However, the problem that I am sad to admit is electronic devices. Not just Zoomers and Generation Alpha. This problem goes all the way back to millennials like myself, with electronic games. I would have been angry at her about it, but maybe if my mom had taken the cords to the TV to work with her over the summer, I would be a little stronger today. Ironically, she is probably nodding as she watches this. Moving on, a friend once told me that America is too accepting to receive the judgment of God. Sadly, the problem is that we are too accepting and have let sin in. Acceptance is a truly dangerous thing in this case. Maybe I'm just blowing smoke. Maybe I'm completely off my rocker, but that is just my opinion. And do not forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more. But before you go, on the left I have last week's video, but you may also enjoy the video on the right.